Here are 10 tips I wish I knew before starting my small business. You don't need to buy everything straight away. If you were like me and you are just watching countless YouTube videos of successful business owners, you're looking all over social media at all this fancy equipment that all these businesses have, and you get it in your head that you need all of that. But the reality is you don't. You honestly don't need any of it when you first start. I wish someone had told me this. For example, I bought a thermal printer for the shipping labels and I could have saved so much money. You can just hand write on the orders or type them up on your computer and print them out, stick it on the package and send it out. You can save so much money by just using a pen. You don't need to make bulk of your products. This is another mistake I made when I first launched my website. I stocked up, I made around 5 to 10 products of each product that I was launching. When I launched my website, I had this image in my head that everything was going to sell out because, as I said earlier, I was watching all of these YouTube videos of, launch day, selling out launch day. While that was incredible to see, it wasn't giving me the right data that I needed to start a business. Some of that stock that I first made when I launched my website last year, I still have it sitting around. I still haven't sold it, and that is pretty discouraging. Honestly, nothing prepares you for that feeling of thinking that you're going to sell out or almost sell out and you get 2 orders. I got 2 orders when I launched my business, when I launched the website, and while I am still very grateful for those orders, I learned a big lesson that day. I did not get another order for 2 months. So definitely learned that one the hard way. Start before you feel ready. You will never feel 100% ready. If you wait until every little detail is perfect, you'll never start. I launched what I had and I figured it out as I went. I have been learning since day one and I have made so many mistakes, but the mistakes are what you learn off. So just start, just do it. Just take that leap, embarrass yourself, or don't embarrass yourself and show everyone how incredible you are at what you do. The only way you can get better at something is if you just do it. Just do it and learn. Just learn as you go. You're not going to get anywhere if you're just sitting around overthinking it. Or in 5 years, you look back and you think, I really wish I started that small business. Like, why didn't I just take that leap? So just do it. Prove to everyone that you can, because you can. I had no experience in owning business. I did a short marketing course and that's it. That's all I've done. From starting my business, I've done a couple short courses on marketing and launching products. Everything I have learnt has just been from making mistakes, from doing certain tasks that I don't really want to do. Even starting markets, that was a huge deal for me. Your first market is so exciting, but it's so scary because you don't really know what's going to happen. You haven't done it before. Once again, when you just take that leap and you do it for the first time, you'll never look back. Social media is just as important as your product. You could have the best product ever, but if no one sees it, it's not going to sell. Start posting daily. Just post daily content. Some days you will feel ridiculous, especially when you're first starting, but you just have to start. You just do. I remember the first time I did an Instagram story and I talked to the camera, I was so scared. I did that video, I probably refilmed it 20 or 30 times before I was happy with it. Also, I couldn't just pop on the story and just talk without editing either. I would film a video of myself talking about something and then I would go into CapCut and I would edit out all the little mistakes that I made, whether it be my voice went funny or I made a weird look on my face. I was just so particular with how I sounded and what it looked like, and so I would cut out all the embarrassing, I call them like embarrassing things, but it's just human. And yeah, I would post a story with it like edited, which I now look back now and think that's just so silly, but that's just how I did it when I started, and that's kind of how I became confident enough to just do a story in one take. Find what works. Find what works for you. But once again, you just have to start. You just do it. And I know everyone tells you that. Everyone you see who has a small business is like, just start. It's not that hard to just film yourself. But I know it feels incredibly daunting. Film some videos of yourself. You don't even have to show your face. You can just post any sort of content of you making your product, of you advertising it, using it. You don't have to show your face straight away, which is what I did. I didn't show my face straight away. Actually, that might be a lie. I may have posted a photo of my face. Yeah, I posted a photo of my face, but I didn't speak to the camera for 5 to 6 months of starting my Instagram page. You will compare yourself to others. This is something that I definitely struggled with because it can slow down your progress, which is silly. Everyone is at a different stage with their business. Just focus on your progress. I've spent so much time in the past just dwelling over my products and whether they're good enough, and I'm looking at other businesses that do similar things to me and just comparing what I'm doing and having that self-doubt of maybe my stuff just isn't good enough. Everyone is on their own path and everyone does business a little bit differently, and that's what makes your business so unique, because no one's doing it exactly like you. So you just need to find your audience that loves what you do, because there are people out there. There are so many people out there that will support you and love what you do and love your products, and trust me, they're out there. Not everything you make will sell. Some products you love just won't hit. You might think it's the best creation ever, but you get no sales. And it doesn't mean that it's a bad product. At the same time, you do have to listen to what the customers want, because I've made quite a few products that I love and I use every single day, and I think they're so practical, but for some reason people just don't like them as much, and you have to be okay with that. And it does hurt a little bit because you put in all this hard work and it doesn't hit, but you always have to listen to what the customers want. It doesn't mean they can't work in the future. You just tweak them. You don't need to know everything about business, the shipping, prices, customers. By actually starting, that is when you learn everything. I remember being so intimidated. I felt like I knew nothing when I started. I was oblivious, basically. I had no idea how shipping worked, and I was getting frustrated learning about kind of the shitty parts about a business. Is there are a lot of boring things you have to learn, like the shipping, like setting up a business number eventually, and then you get into the tax stuff, and I would just get lost. I would get very lost. Honestly, I still don't really understand it all 100%, but I did it and it seems to be working, so I did something right. You won't get orders every single day. This is something that honestly struck me when I first started. Once again, this comes back to me looking at all these businesses that are at a successful stage. They've been through all the hard work, they've been through all of the mistakes, and they're at a place where everything's going smoothly and they are getting orders every day. They are getting so many, and that is what I thought would happen with my business. I'm lucky if some weeks I get 1 order a week. This is what you have to get your mind around with having a business. Everyone's is different. I mean, you might find this incredible product that you market and you sell so well that you're just constantly getting orders every day. And that's incredible. But the reality is, it's just not going to happen straight away. Unless you have done this before, it's just not going to happen. I can laugh at myself for this. My sister laughs at me for this as well. Back to when I first launched my website and I thought it was going to sell out, I was getting nervous about having to sort something out with the postie. I'd seen other businesses who would just like leave all of their orders in a box by the door for the postie to pick up. And I was like, oh gosh, I'm gonna have to, you know, chat to the postie about this and see if I can arrange something every week. And this is what I had in my head, and it's really funny. I can laugh at myself now because just it is ridiculous. It is so ridiculous that I would even think that. Once again, learning the hard way with that. Yeah, big mistake. It's okay to not get orders every day or every week for that matter. As long as you have the motivation and the want to eventually get to that point, you'll get there. And lastly, it takes longer than you think. Growth isn't instant. Some weeks will feel slow and some weeks will feel amazing. Consistency matters more than quick results. If you are consistent with what you are doing, you will get there. It does take time and you need to go through the hurdles to learn and to grow. It's just like everything in life. You have to learn, you have to go through those hurdles, and the growth part is going through the hard stuff, the stuff that you don't like going through, but it's just a part of the journey, and you'll get there. You will. So those are the main 10 tips that I wish someone had told me at the start of my business journey. To know all of that now was to learn. Once again, that's all you can do. Thank you so much for watching this video. It honestly means more than you know. Write in the comments if this video helped you and if there's anything else that you want to know about starting a small business. My goal this year is to reach 1,000 subscribers, and I think we can do it. See you in the next one.